All right, now I've got both of my slippers all clipped and ready to move to the next step. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna pin the bottom edge together and baste that where it's all ready to go when we're ready to sew it to the sole. I like to work from the inside when I'm doing this. I feel like it lines up a little bit better when I do that. But I'm gonna flip it to the inside like this, but I'm gonna still pin on the outside. You can do it whatever way you feel like works best for you. I feel like I get the best, that they line up the best when I do this. Now, remember, we're not going to force everything to match. So if you want to just lay it, get a nice flat, make sure there's no wrinkles. We're not forcing these seams to match up. Just want it to be nice and pinned so when we take it to our machine, it's all ready for us to sew. All right, so now I'm going to flip it right side out and I'm going to baste about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. Just going to go in here and catch this with my seam ripper. It's always the trickiest when you're sewing around the curved parts. That's why I really like to use this to help me just keep everything nice and clean. Well, just gotta get this last little bit and then we're all done. All right, we've hit the finish line again. We're just gonna trim our threads. All right, so you can see here on the edge that we don't have, it's not perfectly matched up, just like with our sole, and that's just fine. We're not gonna force it to, but we are gonna go back now and trim all of this little excess off back to the fabric, so that we have a nice clean edge when we move to our next step. All of these little steps, these little teeny details of trimming and basting are really important for our final construction. They all add to the overall look of the finished project. All right, so there's one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the next one, and then we're gonna work on attaching them together.